The South Today bulletin proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, the FIFA Women's World Cup was great for the Dunedin economy but could put a local company out of business. Groups of athletic youngsters test out a long-awaited world-class indoor sports facility in Christchurch. And an Australian stuntman stops off in Queenstown, claiming a world record alongside his trusty motorbike. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. It's been 100 days since the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup wound up, with the tournament bringing football fans from across the globe to New Zealand and Australia. However, one Dunedin family-owned business has been left with a sour taste in their mouth after being worn down by payment delays for the work they completed for the event.
Celebrations at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. This is a jubilant memory for many Dunedin football fans, but the competition may have forced Otago's grand format print out of business. The family-owned operation provided much of the signage for the Dunedin FIFA Women's World Cup matches. However, owners Fiona and Manu Hunter say they owed $200,000 by UK-based company CSM Live, which in turn was contracted to do work by FIFA. The couple were initially thrilled to secure the deal, but quickly realised the expectations were extreme.
They're working on a different time zone to us, so that she could be expected to get an email in at 3 o'clock in the morning and have to answer that and then have to process that and work through print for that.
Fiona says they need the money to pay their workers, and the lack of funds is wearing them down.
You didn't have all of the paperwork to say, okay, this is a PO number for this, because that's the only way you can get paid for the work.
In a brief statement, CSM Live said it's working to resolve supplier invoices, but Fiona admits it's been a humbling life experience.
If I was to go through the process again knowing what I know, I actually probably wouldn't take up as exciting as it is, I probably wouldn't work for CSM Live.
Fiona and Manu Hunter have had assurances from CSM Live that some of the $200,000 they're owed will be paid, but are still planning to wrap up their business around March next year. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Government coalition negotiations mean there will now be a cost-benefit analysis before any future medical schools are added, and Otago University wants to be involved in the discussions. During the election campaign, the National Party pledged to invest $300 million towards a third medical school at the University of Waikato. However, a full cost-benefit analysis now has to be carried out before any new agreement, as part of the coalition agreement with the ACT Party. Critics argue it'd be better to fund more places at the existing medical schools in Otago and Auckland. Otago University Acting Vice-Chancellor Professor Richard Blakey is welcoming the analysis, but believes it'll require significant involvement and input from the institution. Christchurch netballers are celebrating the move into a new purpose-built indoor sports complex, ending their days of playing outdoors in the cold winter temperatures. The Christchurch Netball Centre officially opened over the weekend, and it's set to become the South Island's premier sport and recreation indoor venue.
These youngsters eager to put this new facility to the test. Crowds relish the opportunity to look inside Christchurch Netball Centre's brand new indoor sports complex during a community open day on Sunday. The purpose-built $16.5 million sports facility at Ngā Sports Hub will be available for use by all sporting codes, bringing years of work to an end.
It's been a long time coming. It was interesting. I was speaking to some of our life members here, and they said 30 or 40 years ago they dreamed of having a facility like this. So you could say it's been many years in the making, but actually, the build's gone really quickly, and it started last year and finished on time.
Visitors got to see displays of a whole range of sports on offer at the new community venue. Despite the new facility, Houghton insists netball will continue its 100-year association with South Hagley Park. They'll work with the Christchurch City Council who purchased the netball pavilion for use as a multicultural centre to continue playing games on the courts.
We've still got the courts there, so we'll still have some netball options down at Hagley Park in winter, particularly for some of our junior grades. So we're sort of going to be across both Napunaway and Hagley Park.
Houghton expects the use of the centre to ramp up in the new year, with it set to be in constant use day and night once the netball season kicks off in April. In Christchurch, the South Today.
Some Dunedin primary school principals are ditching the office chair for the driver's seat as they get ready for Dirt to Fly. The annual school principals race sees locals teachers go head to head, showing off their need for speed on the track.
Preparing to rev up the engines with a lot more horsepower than he's used to. Carisbrook School Principal Bruce James has been living life behind the wheel recently as he gets race fit to compete in this year's school principals race at Beachland Speedway. He's one of 12 local school principals set to hit the tarmac for the event, with James being strapped into a powerful 6-cylinder car for his first time.
So I thought, why not, something new. Get a bit of advertising for the school out there as well, why not?
And while he's looking forward to seeing his pupils cheering him on, James admits driving a go-kart is the closest he's come to car racing.
Well, I come from Southland, so we're used to being a bit boganish at times, so I quite happily put my foot down.
He says there's both excitement and nerves for the public event, with the school principals race revving up on the start line at Beachland Speedway on Friday night. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A world record is being claimed in Queenstown as an Australian daredevil took his motorbike to new heights. Robbie Madison decided the Nevis bungee jump wasn't scary enough, adding to his list of records by hurling himself off the platform while on his bike.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a motorbike free-falling 134 metres. Australian motorbike stunt performer Robbie Madison made a stop-off in Queenstown on Tuesday while on a tour of New Zealand. He was looking for a daredevil stunt in the region and decided to put his own twist on the Nevis bungee challenge by jumping off the platform while on his motorcycle.
He's like, I know those guys, I might be able to line something up. So phone call later, spoke to Henry, we were able to do a world's first.
The 42-year-old jumped off the country's highest bungee on a 50cc KTM motorbike, which, company AJ Hackett says, was their first moto bungee. But Madison insists he was never concerned for his safety.
But yeah, we're really comfortable that we've got this right. Safety's paramount for us. And we've been doing this for 40 years nearly, and we love getting people out there doing good stuff.
The more than 130-metre freefall claimed the Red Bull athlete a world record for the highest moto bungee jump.
Yeah, once we put the motorcycle on there, I started feeling at home, which was crazy. And when I pulled the backflip, it was, I just had to do it. I thought I got one shot at this. I gotta live more and fear less.
Madison and other star riders have been on the Freestyle Kings tour. The performers are preparing to end the tour with a bang in Christchurch this weekend. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Whakane still to come on the South Today. One of the fastest growing sports in the world tickles the fancy of Gore residents, and Wanaka turns on the heat for a community jump jam celebrating the new bike track.
Friday double zip! My mate John's extended his Black Friday sale for one final weekend. He's taken a whopping 30% off everything. Plus pay it off over 30 months interest-free. My mate John.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Such a sweet girl. What are you dreaming about?
Just music.
The Power of Dreams by Honda.
Tinakwe, welcome back. It's a battle of the paddles in Southland this week as players from across the lower South Island compete in the region's first pickleball tournament. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the United States and is now quickly making its mark in Gore.
It's not tennis and it's not quite badminton. These players exchanging some shots at the first Southern Slam pickleball tournament in Gore. 16 pairs from across the south took to the town's multi-sport complex on Sunday, vying to become the competition's first ever winner. Organiser Dan Winkle says pickleball had been played in Gore since 2018, steadily growing in popularity over the years.
It's a fun, fast sport. It's just really, it's addictive. It's quite fun once you start playing it.
The game is played on a badminton-sized court with a net that's anchored to the floor, similar to tennis, as players use paddles to hit a modified ball. Winkle was excited to test his skills against some tough opponents from all around the southern regions.
And it's nice to have all the other cities and towns come in so we can all see how each other plays, and it's just different than our regular club days.
Winkle and his partner Kieran Lloyd came out on top in the competition's final, claiming the title as the first champions of the Southern Slam Pickleball Tournament. In Gore, the South Today.
Wanaka's Lismore Park has had a makeover with a newly built bike track opening over the weekend. Local cyclists of all ages showed off their skills at the new facility in the community jump jam.
Breaking in the new track and proving you don't need wings to fly. Bike Wanaka held a party on two wheels on Saturday as the newly rebuilt Lismore Park Bike Park was officially opened, with music and cool tricks. More than 100 residents and their bicycles showed up for the celebration. Bike Wanaka President Ewan Mackey excited to show off the new facility.
We've got beginner lanes right through to advanced lanes, BMX and dirt jumping. We've got the mulch jump for progression, and we're having a big celebration.
The project cost more than $100,000. Bike Club members helped to raise the funds alongside grants from the Queenstown Lakes District Council and Otago Community Trust.
The bike park is not just a facility, it's a space for riders to come together, push their limits and create lasting memories.
Mackey wants the space to be available for everyone in the Wanaka community, and there are plans for further development at the bike park underway. In Wanaka, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A Dunedin family business could go bust. It's owed $200,000 for printing FIFA World Cup signage. The new Christchurch Netball Centre has finally opened its doors, with sporty youngsters invited along to test it out. And Australian stuntman Robbie Madison got a world record in Queenstown for the highest motorbike bungee jump at 134 metres. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome Associate Editor Mike Houlihan. Hello Mike.
Good evening, Hannah.
What can we expect in our midweek paper?
Well, we've got news of a proposed solar farm development in the Mackenzie Basin, to be the largest in the country and power upwards of 100,000 homes if it goes ahead, so large development there in renewable energy. Also this afternoon, Christopher Luxon, our new Prime Minister, announced the new government's 100-day plan. There's a few things there which will be quite significant for the South, so we'll examine those tomorrow. There's a large protest about to happen in town in support of the Palestinian people in Gaza, so we'll have coverage of that. Our chief reporter, Vaughan Edel, is very excited about a story about a cat trapped on a roof for 4 days. I'm sure that'll get a lot of prominence.
Oh no, yes.
And our art section tomorrow has an interview with sculptor Tanya Ashkin, who works quite fantastic.
Brilliant. Oh, we look forward to it. Thank you for sharing this evening, Mike.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, and weak high pressure will bring mostly fine weather for the next few days, but a low pressure system will move across the Tasman Sea and onto the South Islands at the weekend with unsettled conditions. Heading to the top of the South Island, fine with light winds up through here tomorrow with 20 degrees in Nelson, up to 19 in Greymouth, and showery with nor'easterlies and 18 in Christchurch. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, showers and nor'easterlies with 18 degrees in Ashburton and 16 with light winds in Timaru and Uamuru with a few spits of rain. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, fine with light winds and warm highs over here as both Queenstown and Wanaka head for 19 with 18 degrees due in Alexandra. Heading further south, light southwesterlies with clear skies and 16 degrees on the way for Gore and Balclutha, while it'll be cloudy and windy with 15 in the Catlins. Across to Invercargill, cloudy with southerlies and down to 6 tonight. Tomorrow's looking cloudy but dry with southerlies and 14 as the high. Then Friday's looking sunny and warm with light winds and up to 18 degrees. And finally heading to Dunedin, mostly fine with southwesterlies tonight as it drops to 7. Then tomorrow and Friday are looking cloudy and showery at times with some cool winds and highs of 15 degrees both days. And that's the news this Wednesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, or follow us on Facebook. Search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.